So this is my first video in a while of my garden. It's springtime finally, and I just cut down these lilac bushes. Just did some pruning here and there, and I guess I was thinking about discarding this stuff and how I was going to do it, and came up with the brilliant idea of putting it in my wild garden. So now I'm thinking this will be a really cool habitat for something, maybe birds, whatever, but you know, it kind of fits. I don't think anyone's really going to complain about it because it looks, you know, part of the same sort of landscape I've got everywhere. You know, if you were to complain about it, it would be hard to know where to start. Anyways, so these little things are coming up like crazy. I mean, I put about 8 inches of leaves on top of it, of all my gardens. And when I started pulling it away a couple of weeks ago, everything was like green and lush. I mean, it literally looked like it must have been growing the entire winter. It's absolutely beautiful. And I put some of the leaves back on because we were still getting some nights that were going below zero. The moss, this particular brand of moss, which I found in my backyard, is doing so well. So mostly in the garden, it's all this stuff that has the variegated leaf. And I seem to remember when Betty gave it to me that there was 2 varieties of it. Over here, I was really excited to see this coming up nicely. Again, who knows what it is? I sort of remember it from last year, and it was great. Ground covery kind of stuff. So, that's doing good. And then I noticed that all the thyme that I had in here looks like it's doing good. I covered it back up, but it's in here somewhere. There's a little bush of thyme, 2 of them, I think. And as you can see, there's all sorts. Oh, there's one of them. Okay, there's one. There's the other one. So that's looking great. Looking great. And when I initially uncovered this about maybe almost 2 weeks ago, I noticed earthworms and all kinds of great stuff. Bugs, centipedes, all sorts of creatures. So, you know, I was just so surprised. I mean, literally, the snow had been on there up until a day or two. And then prior to me, you know, checking things out here, and to see everything so green and life under there, just in full gear, really surprised me. I pulled the stuff away here. I actually did see some remnant lettuce, you know, whatever the types of, I had about 3 or 4 different types of greens that you could eat, and they seem to be back. I planted a little basil plant here, which was struggling because I didn't water it very carefully when it was in the house, but it seems to be doing better since I put it out here. And this is my compost heap out in my front yard. No one said boo about it yet. So cool. And then under here, I noticed this stuff was doing really well also. Where is it? I guess it's in here. Yeah, you can see all this stuff is growing really nicely underneath this bush. So that was the lavender and something else under there. And I guess I feel a little more confident about uncovering that now and letting her go. Had another little area here with some thyme somewhere underneath here. That, where was it? Where are you? Okay. Somewhere underneath here is thyme. Ah, there it is. Right there. Smells good out here too. So that's how everything's coming along. Absolutely beautiful.